What's up, everyone? Welcome back to RSL, hosted right here on Dapple Productions at Game Arena Alpha. We are about to get ready for another crazy set. It is MatthewFoxEmoji against Dicka Ben, fighting for the third place in today's tournament. I thought it was the grand finals, but we're gonna have this third match first, which is gonna be another amazing set to watch. We just watched both of these teams play against their rival counterparts. Dicka Ben against Lekker Backtrack and MatthewFoxEmoji against some Bats. Both of them actually ended in a 3-1. So hopefully in this best of 7 we'll see a little bit more. We're gonna start it off on our favorite map mode. You've seen it time and time again in counter picks and in a regular map pool. It is splat zones on Umai Ruins. And what do you think here, Bio? What do you think is gonna commence here?
Well, like you said, we have seen this before. It's a very horizontal map, so we will see teams pick weapons that thrive in that, which we see, you know, the Rapid Blaster Pro Deco, the Inkblot, the 52, stuff like that, which can effectively take space on very horizontal ground, which the two teams will most likely be taking advantage of. First pick coming out from MatthewFoxEmoji, but instantly traded, but instantly evened up. These two teams are trying to play this safe. They don't want to rush things. Dude, trying to play the right side with a 52 fight with Ninja, does lose. 2 down the side of Dicka Ben. MatthewFoxEmoji pushing forward very aggressively. The Tri-Slosher Ayato trying to paint the zone and start getting some points on the board. Dicka Ben trying to find some space in, trying to just poke it. Just a little bit of bombs, a few shots, just poking and trying to find some small weak spots in MatthewFoxEmoji's defenses. But that's just not going to happen as there is a trade which will only benefit MatthewFoxEmoji, the defending team. Spore going in, gets a pick, gets 2. That's 3 down the side of Dicka Ben. MatthewFoxEmoji is struggling here. It is now in knockout position for Dicka Ben. MatthewFoxEmoji need to find, Dicka Ben need to find a way in. MatthewFoxEmoji holding this perfectly, but that's 2 down. Dicka Ben, this may be what they were looking for. Dude, rushing forward, trying to get more picks, but there is no time, and just in the nick of time, MatthewFoxEmoji managed to, MatthewFoxEmoji end up going down, and Dicka Ben managed to flip the zone right at the 5-point mark.
A very good late push for Dicka Ben, but still having to push all the way to 4, that's going to be difficult, especially when MatthewFoxEmoji is getting their specials at the ready. I do see the Inkjet is ready, the Killer Whale 5.1 is ready, and that Brush special is also at the ready. So it's going to be difficult to defend here for Dicka Ben. The Crab Tank is out, trying their best to get some picks. 2 players down though on the side of MatthewFoxEmoji, but also 2 players down inside of Dicka Ben. Make that 3 players down as Spore has also fallen, and this is a good push for Dicka Ben. It's only Dude alive now though, and MatthewFoxEmoji are free to go in because there's no one at that zone ready to reply. Noctis, unfortunately, has fallen by the wall of Dude. Bomb thrown into it, that's game over on your jump. Very unfortunate timing. Dicka Ben is trying to hold on to that side of the zone, on that side of the map, because if you just need control one zone, the timer don't start, penalty is applied to push it all the way to 20, but that's a 70-tick timer. They have to fight through MatthewFoxEmoji to get that their own timer going down again. So a lot of time for Dicka Ben to get ready, but that's not what you want. Get ready if you start with 2 players down.
Sure, and MatthewFoxEmoji is back in the same position that they found themselves, that they forced themselves into, just slowly taking down the timer, but locking out Dicka Ben from going any further. That is a trade. 3v3 on, it's a 3v3 right now, but 2 down on the side of MatthewFoxEmoji is going to change that. Dicka Ben slowly pushing their way forward. A trade with the 52 gals, and just in the nick of time, Dicka Ben managed to flip the zone yet again, resetting MatthewFoxEmoji's penalty all the way to 61, and that is going to give Dicka Ben another shot at finally attempting to grab the lead.
Yeah, they have, has some players down. They're going to knock this, that's very good. But now it's still Dicka Ben's time to get that zone again. But they also have to work through a huge penalty. Still 40 ticks remaining. That's a lot of time for MatthewFoxEmoji to respawn, get specials, and start pushing in. This will be a war on the penalty counters. Hopefully Dicka Ben can get rid of it so they can start pushing again. A lot of killer wheels are coming out there. Oh my gosh, dude is in a spot. Attacked by the killer wheels, but survives and get a splat on Ninja. But they're still going Dicka Ben. The timer is still ticking down. Penalty is over in 3, 2, 1. There we go. 16 ticks remaining to get the knockout. They're almost at the lead. They're so close at 11 ticks to get neutralized, but no, 2 players are going down inside of MatthewFoxEmoji. The lead has been swapped, and like that, Dicka Ben took this game back. 30 seconds left for MatthewFoxEmoji to get it in, but like that, Dicka Ben won it in a crazy comeback. Almost got 100-0, but somehow took it back. Crazy start on this first game, and we still have 6 potential more games to go.
Oof, MatthewFoxEmoji really struggled at the end there. They did fantastic at the beginning of the match, pushing it all the way to 5. But once Dicka Ben managed to finally get that counter all the way to 20, and then once again take back zone, they just built up a lockout position that MatthewFoxEmoji just were not able to penetrate, and that led to Dicka Ben bringing it back with a knockout, like Hat said, and securing the first game in this best of 7 set.
Yeah, it's unbelievable what these two teams are capable of, and this is only the 3rd place game. I can only imagine what the grand finals will be. MatthewFoxEmoji now with the counter pick, they are gonna choose it. I see my lovely assistant, my lovely colleague, I guess colleague for RSL, Lean, walking in. I think they also gave us the map mode. I don't see it on my screen yet. We'll see the same as you. It is Rainmaker Scorch Gorge. That's not a pick I was expecting. A lot of people, despite this map, I think it's alright. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's a little annoying. It's always on the rotation. I want to play though. But that's a very interesting counter pick from MatthewFoxEmoji. But looking at the weapons Dicka Ben plays, I think MatthewFoxEmoji is cooking up something here.
Oh, no, for sure. I think this map may be very beneficial for MatthewFoxEmoji just because of the fact that they have a brush player. They have Spore on their team. And honestly, those very, this is something that I discussed on the previous map, Umami Ruins. Horizontal-oriented weapons such as Inkbrush do great on these flatter maps, or at least with ramps, such as Scorch, Rainmaker. And honestly, I think, like you said, MatthewFoxEmoji might be a little bit advantaged here if they can figure out what to do against Dicka Ben's just unbreakable spirit and their comeback potential.
Yeah, definitely something they have to watch out for. Dicka Ben, they are very calm and collected. MatthewFoxEmoji, we saw a little scrambling at the second Dicka Ben was close to getting that lead. And kind of throwing it themselves in there, not in the best way they wanted to do. But here we go, game number 2. We don't see anyone. Oh, we see a sploosh coming out from Berlisto. Alright, that's interesting. Rapid Pro Deco also being swapped to the regular Rapid Deco. Let's see how the weapon changes are going to affect it, but that hammer is gonna be crucial. Same with that curling bomb. A lot of people say it's not the best one in the world, and it's definitely not what the Seeker used to be, but still a very strong bomb. Spore being pressured by the machine. They're forcing him out of the little hidey hole. The Rainmaker has been popped already. The hammer being used from Ballisto gets a splat on Spore, and now the push is commencing for Dicka Ben. They are very close to get that checkpoint. The Sabo just below it. The checkpoint has been painted by 2, but bombs are going to prevent it. The 96 Gal uses their Kraken, but the Inkjet is going to prevent that Rainmaker from advancing, and everyone from Dicka Ben opts to go back to save the amount of special points that they have. But it's a decent opening for Dicka Ben, but now it looks like MatthewFoxEmoji is preparing for their counter push.
Dicka Ben did start off pretty strong. That sploosh is doing a lot of work, a lot more than I expected. that great movement coming out from them, plus the fact that that they can make hammer work now is really useful on Rainmaker. It's an aggressive mode, but we're seeing that slowly unravel as these two teams start to build up the neutral game. Once again, knock this thing alive somehow, but it doesn't matter. MatthewFoxEmoji is going to be cleaning up the fight. 2 down to the side of Dicka Ben. They're going to start pushing this Rainmaker further and further and hopefully get that first checkpoint.
Yeah, the checkpoint here, bam, on the checkpoint, 68 points. But MatthewFoxEmoji, they are not done. They're still in there. It's a Brief Spore got a very good splat onto Noctis, and they're still alive, waiting at the back. They're slowly getting especially looking at dudes. Get the splat on Wasabo, sorry, get the splat on Wasabo as well. I don't know who can splat it, but 3 players are down on the side of Dicka Ben, and the Rainmaker is still in a good control here by MatthewFoxEmoji, who are about to pop it. We see the machine throwing their fizzy bomb in it to slow it down a little bit, but the Rainmaker picking up an to score even more points, getting it to 19, and they're still not done. Dicka Ben stuck in the upper part of their base. They can finally made some ground. Spore is still alive in the base, finally gets splatted. A hammer now from Berlisto inside of the base. Ninja has been splatted. A hammer is still out there being thrown into the middle, doesn't get a split, but that took a long time for Dicka Ben to get some ground in their base, and they also finally took the Rainmaker just past the halfway mark of points, but Dicka Ben has a huge ladder to climb because they have to push it all the way to 18.
Oof, yeah, no, this is going to be really rough for Dicka Ben. They really struggled dealing with with just how much havoc and attention the Inkblot on the side of MatthewFoxEmoji caused. You can see Spore already running in here, jumping in, immediately going to the front line, really soaking up attention, soaking up aggression, and overall making Dicka Ben not feel safe at all. If that rush is alive, it can easily get behind you and just not let you do anything, and actually cancels the hammer. Very impressive play. Unfortunate for the Sploosh player, but honestly, MatthewFoxEmoji are in a great spot right now. It doesn't even matter if they had lost that, but Spore is behind them. He's gonna run with the Rainmaker. Ooh, doesn't get any points, but that will be a great stall. That is going to keep Dicka Ben from making a counter push for a little bit longer. And we're seeing MatthewFoxEmoji take this very calmly with just a little bit over a minute left. They are not trying to start anything. They are just trying to play slowly. They don't really care too much about getting more points. But that might backfire as Dicka Ben starts playing very aggressively all of a sudden, playing very quickly, very fast, getting the first checkpoint, getting a pick on MatthewFoxEmoji as the Sploosh player gets another. Oh, the Rainmaker does reset, however. All those picks on MatthewFoxEmoji will be for naught if they cannot push that faster. And this Rainmaker resetting is going to delay them a lot, especially if they let Spore get in and get those picks and stall out their push even longer. And we're just seeing Dicka Ben kind of struggle to push forward since MatthewFoxEmoji have some quick respawn on their team, especially on that brush. So all they can do is just afford to throw members and get trade to stall out Dicka Ben's push. And with 10 seconds remaining, Dicka Ben can't afford that. Spore going up deep again to get a pick on the Rainmaker. 5 seconds left, gets another, does trade, but that's three down on the side of Dicka Ben. It's not enough. They can't pop it in time, and that is going to be game 2 going to MatthewFoxEmoji, evening up this set.
Yeah, what I noticed a lot from MatthewFoxEmoji compared to the last game, they were scrambling a lot less, playing way more consistently, working together more as well, showing why they are also a good contender for that 3rd place trophy. Dicka Ben had a very strong push going, but unfortunately half a second ruined it because of the Rainmaker reset. Berlisto with that Sploosh doing oh so much work, but like you said, it was for nothing. But it's still not done yet. Dicka Ben can now get their own counter pick in to get game number 3 potentially in their hands. These teams are very neck and neck, just like the last set we saw. Though I want to say the Sploosh, even after the hammer, is still such an interesting pick. You don't see it often. The next map has been chosen. It is Tower Control on Inkblot Art Academy. It was Dicka Ben's map. They almost beat Lekkerback Trek, and they were only 1 point off because of the Lekkerback Trek push, which was beyond crazy. But looking at how strong Dicka Ben is here, do you think MatthewFoxEmoji has a chance?
I do definitely think so. MatthewFoxEmoji, like you said, seemed revitalized in that last game, and they may bring this energy into this game 3. Tower Control on Inkblot Art Academy. Dicka Ben sticking with their signature 96 gal with that Kraken that is great for Tower Control, while MatthewFoxEmoji have a pretty conventional concept they've been running, however switching over to that Tri-Slosher. Very effective for clearing those close quarters areas and playing alongside the other two close range Slayers on their team. And we already seen the fruits of their labor as they start pushing with a pick on the 96 on the side of Dicka Ben, with already a killer whale targeting some of the members of Dicka Ben on top of the bats area, but it will be quickly shut down with 2 picks onto MatthewFoxEmoji, the Rapid Blaster, and the 52 gal. And Dicka Ben is slowly starting to come back and take this back, but that can't happen if you let 2 of your members die to an Inkjet. That is just going to shut down any chance you have at recovering. And you see MatthewFoxEmoji once again come back, even in the face of this Kraken.
Yeah, MatthewFoxEmoji only pushes to 85, but they're in control of the map. Even as Ninja is down, they're still holding on to the map quite well. Ballisto tried to go on the tower, but that Inkjet quickly said, nah, I'm not gonna let that happen. Margin with a very strong Inkjet, a good bubbler though, a good defensive bubbler from Dicka Ben. In a very annoying spot. Noctis on that Rapid Bubbler is free to go, but gets caught by Noctis. Noctis looking in another, and gets caught by Noctis. Was looking another, but unfortunately doesn't get that splat. And it looks like it's 85. All Dicka Ben has to do is just touch that tower for half a second, and they are in the lead. Dudes trying to get in with this crack, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. There's a lot of backfiring is preventing him from going in. Ninja gets a splat on Dude. Ninja gets splatted by Osabo. People going down left and right. The lead has been swapped. Now 85-84. Booyah Bomb out on that tower as well. Barlisto going back on, trying to get that checkpoint, but now Margin is here to say something about it. So is Spore, who's playing around but has to face Ninja's 52, which is not, have to face Dude 96, which is not something you want. Gets splatted here by Noctis, who's been on fire today. Now Noctis with Bowler behind, gets a split on Ayato, and that's a very good opening for him. But now they have to fight Majin with a Rapid Blaster, which is a longer range blaster with a bomb, which can cut him out so quickly. Noctis has fallen here. I don't know exactly by whom, but that's still a very good slay here. And now 2 people are down for Dicka Ben, meaning their push has probably come to an end. But they got the lead here of to 68. But this one checkpoint is all to play here for MatthewFoxEmoji.
This is a very slow and neutral heavy game right now. These 2 teams are barely making any leeway into the other teams, but this might change with MatthewFoxEmoji playing very far in front of the tower. They're going to get an easy lead here and a free spot in the second checkpoint. Noctis trying to find a sharking brush, but they are not there. This killer whale going to do a lot here, targeting Noctis. It is going to be a trade with Ninja, but it's not going to be enough as they have the special advantage. We're seeing MatthewFoxEmoji come out with so much right now, and Dicka Ben is just left struggling to deal with just how much MatthewFoxEmoji is throwing at them. But just as I say that, that's 3 down this side of MatthewFoxEmoji. The last is being chased. Unfortunately, manages to live. Imagine managing to get the pick on the machine, but it is not going to be enough, and that is going to be the end of the push for MatthewFoxEmoji. But a lead of 35 is definitely nothing to sneeze at, and it is going to give them a huge advantage in this minute 15 left, which puts the pressure on Dicka Ben to make something happen. The water is boiling, folks, and Dicka Ben is really struggling to make some leeway into MatthewFoxEmoji, especially if your Splash and your Machine, your main 2 special spammers are down. This is going to be devastating for them if they want to make any headway, not only into the other opponent's base, but just into mid. You can see how purple mid is. Dicka Ben is struggling to move into the position they want to, and the 96 loses a fight to the Rapid Blaster. You don't want that, and with 30 seconds left, this is looking dire for Dicka Ben. 27 seconds left. Tower quickly switching between the two teams, but again, neither team is getting it fully, but that's fine. But my MatthewFoxEmoji, they are happy just letting this tower sit in mid, not go any closer, and with a pick on the Blaster who tried to play very aggressively and get a foothold into MatthewFoxEmoji's path, it's just not going to happen. 3 down, and that is going to be the game going to MatthewFoxEmoji, taking this set to 2-1 in favor of MatthewFoxEmoji.
Yeah, MatthewFoxEmoji, again, a lot more together. It looks like Dicka Ben is the team kind of scrambling off and on right now. But anything can still happen. They still did a counter pick, but no, they had not. I don't think they had a single proper push. The only one wanted to get the lead to 68, but it was not even hard to beat as MatthewFoxEmoji just did so much damage. They were cleaning house every single time. And the fight with Dude against Margin at the end. Dude also losing his Kraken there, which was a crucial special. There was one fight he was not supposed to lose in any scenario, putting a lot of pressure on Dicka Ben. It's 2 more games potentially till they're out of the tournament. It's a best of 7, so the first team to get 4 wins will take that crown, will take that medal. Dicka Ben can get another counter pick in, and they have to choose so carefully because they can only mess up 2 more times, and that's not a whole lot in a scenario like this.
No, for sure. And honestly, MatthewFoxEmoji is looking strong right now. Ever since that revitalization that they went through in the second game, Rainmaker, Scorch, Gorge, they took that energy to tower control Inkblot, and we saw how far that took them. That made them just so much faster, so much more effective than Dicka Ben in their pushes, and much more patient and calculated in their defense, which was just the deciding factor in that match. We are still waiting on the counter pick. The teams are deliberating it, but honestly, these two teams, I don't think there's a certain type of map that I would recommend for MatthewFoxEmoji, since there isn't a specific weapon that they're struggling against. Dicka Ben, since there isn't a specific weapon that they're struggling against in MatthewFoxEmoji. They have a lot of mirrored weapons. They both have sloshers. They both have blasters. They both have the 52 and the 96. But they are going to choose to go to Splat Zone Manta Maria. We have seen this before, and we have seen other teams play not only this map but also this mode on this map, and they each approach this very differently. So how do you think these two teams are going to play this back and forth flow of Splat Zone on Manta Maria?
I think it really depends on the range of Margin. Can Margin really use that range advantage of the Rapid Blaster Pro Deco, which I think he will pop out onto the range of the 96 gal from Dude, because that are going to be the 2 star players. But it also has to be said that the short range is going to be here important as well. I think with how close they are, it's really going to come down into who will win the opening fight, because that's going to be an important pressure setter for whoever team is winning that fight, because pushing back in this map sometimes can be so difficult, especially with how far as a defending team you can go. But at the same time, as say Dicka Ben wins the first fight, how deep are they willing to push into the base of MatthewFoxEmoji? Because going in deep can be very risky, looking at how strong MatthewFoxEmoji is playing right now. So it can really go either way. The approach is to stay coordinated, and that is something these teams can do oh so well. We saw it in the first game for Dicka Ben, we saw it in the last 2 games for MatthewFoxEmoji, and again, this is the counter pick for Dicka Ben, but so was last game, so it can really go anywhere. Let's look at the comps for a second here. We do see no changes coming out except for Dude swapping to the 52 gal, and Margin also sticking with that Rapid Pro Deco, not having a lot of range on this team. So it's going to be a range of the short fight of the short ranged weapons. Wasabo going left, while everyone of MatthewFoxEmoji is going to stick together. Dicka Ben spreading out a little bit. Both teams quickly take control of the zone on their own side, but Dicka Ben losing 2 players quite early. MatthewFoxEmoji doing a huge player advantage. Noctis and Dude going down. That's a lot of ink off the map. There goes the Splash-O-Matic as well, but now 2 players are down on the side of MatthewFoxEmoji, and not a single point has yet to be scored. It looks like Dicka Ben has a little bit of a player advantage. They're all on the map. The first team to win the fight, get the opening push in, but now let's see how well they are going to hold it. They have a lot of splashes ready. Booyah Bomb, for example, at the ready. Booyah Bomb is a very good point, but there comes a hammer! There comes a surprise hammer from, I believe that's Spore. Gets 1 player with it. Looking at the second player being splatted by Ninja, and now they're going in. We see Ballista with the Splash-O-Matic using the Crab Tank in the dire defense, but getting countered by an Inkjet is not going to help a lot. The push ends at 66, and now it's MatthewFoxEmoji in control of the zone.
No, Dicka Ben did a great job in taking control of the zone first. Like, giving them a huge advantage in terms not only special, but also positioning, map control, etc. And that Booyah Bomb is going to find 2 on the side of MatthewFoxEmoji. And just as things seem dire for Dicka Ben, showing them to start looting the zone, that Booyah Bomb turned everything around, getting 2 members of MatthewFoxEmoji and turning it around for Dicka Ben, giving them the zone once again, and with no penalty to boot. So they can easily start counting down points, especially with the Crab Tank in such a devastating position, such as on those grates. But the threat of Spore is not over, doing so much damage. But frankly, no picks could be confirmed. The Sonic Machine does go down, but that's a lot of special views on both sides, really. And MatthewFoxEmoji is going to end up on the bottom. Dicka Ben is going to end up on top and start slowly inching their way back to mid as they try to break this very stalling neutral game.
Yeah, they're really trying to break it up. They're finding rid of their penalty, and now they're going. MatthewFoxEmoji going to score some more points. 2 players down on the side of Dicka Ben. It's not going to help Dicka Ben for their defense. MatthewFoxEmoji only lost Spore, and they still have a Crab Tank at the ready from Ninja, who's waiting up top to use a Crab Tank in a good defense. And the Noctis going in. Bubbler in the zone, going to protect him from any Crab Tank that might potentially be thrown at him. The Crab Tank now being used onto the ground, but MatthewFoxEmoji, Ninja, no! Couldn't win the fight against Noctis, and they lost the lead, however, Dicka Ben, but still, they got a good counter push in here. They got a good splash going on, and they got some good momentum going. They're in control of the zone. They only have 20 ticks to work through in order to get that lead back, because the second the penalty is over, that lead can shift back very quickly. 2 players just has fallen from MatthewFoxEmoji. That's not the defense that they want. They're preparing to get some specials. The Slusher has their special ready. They're waiting for the optimum time. Lead has been swapped back to Dicka Ben. It's going left, it's going right, it's going all over the place. Everyone fighting, scrambling, getting every piece back together. Spore looking at a flank, trying to get a splat in. Zone has been captured by MatthewFoxEmoji, who are using the Inkjet margin. Crab Tank also again online for MatthewFoxEmoji. Ninja waiting for the optimum time to use it. Dicka Ben is trying to defend that second zone. Now the Tri-Strike comes out as well to stall it out even more. And there is a Crab Tank from Ninja. They're looking at that little perch area to try and get rid of some players. Unfortunately they do, as Dicka Ben loses 2 players, and like that, MatthewFoxEmoji again in control. And Dicka Ben has to think about what they're gonna do now. They have a little bit of time to get it back onto the road, but there are only about a minute left, and losing Noctis here, that's not something you want. Spore now free to flank, only a machine in their way, using a very sneaky hammer onto the 52 gal dude, but misjudges it and throws it in the wrong direction. Somehow gets Noctis though, and Squid bags him. That's unfortunate for Noctis. The lead has been shoved. Cheeky splits Ayato in the zone with the Slusher. Ninja with the Crab Tank trying to paint the neutralized zone by MatthewFoxEmoji, who are only 2 points in the lead. They are counting it further. Only 20 ticks left of zone and only 20 seconds left on the clock. So Dicka Ben has to rush in fast, but there does not seem to be able to. So much paint coming out from MatthewFoxEmoji. Zone has been neutralized though. Can it be happening? 2 players down on both sides. Who will survive this fight? Barely so gets a flank and somehow captures that zone. Whilst MatthewFoxEmoji wasn't looking for with a counter hammer. Throws it right into Jubilitsa's face and gets splattered. And with that, we're in control. MatthewFoxEmoji takes game number 4, giving them match point status.
That was an incredible back and forth between the two teams. Dicka Ben seemed to be on top for most of the game. They really had a good defense set up for the zone, taking down their points all the way down to the 30s, I believe. But MatthewFoxEmoji kept their cool, brought in that energy that they've been using for game 2 and 3, and they just did what they do best. Rely on Spore for flanks, and what we saw with that squid bag was a perfect representation of what MatthewFoxEmoji is playing around, just getting in Dicka Ben's heads and not letting them focus on the important things, picks, specials, and the objective. And that was the key to MatthewFoxEmoji bringing it back and taking this set to match point.
Exactly. Dicka Ben now in a lot of trouble. They used all their chances and now it's in for a reverse sweep in order to get that 3rd place. But MatthewFoxEmoji being so calm, so collected, they are ready. They seem to be ready for anything that Dicka Ben may throw at them. I do see that the counter pick has been chosen. Players are slowly readying up. I heard it's a tower control map, I believe. Let's see what we are going to see on the screen here, but it's already. It is tower control on Hagglefish marker. Dicka Ben again opting for tower control because that was a game where they've been excelling at, but they didn't win against tower. They didn't win tower control against MatthewFoxEmoji earlier. So is it a risky pick? Should they picked Clemblitz instead as a counter pick? I do wonder what the reasoning is behind this, because looking at the layout, this looks like a map mode where MatthewFoxEmoji will excel at because of the amount of range Magic can throw at them. That rapid with that inkjet, of course, being able to go up so incredibly high. Spore having so many flank opportunities. And Ninja, of course, with the Splash-O-Matic Crab Tank also being super strong here. The only thing I can really think of with Dicka Ben is that Kraken from Dude being super annoying on tower control on this map.
Well, for sure. And actually, speaking of that Kraken, that 96, I do think we will see a 96 mirror here. Unless Dicka Ben is very confident in that 52, I do think we'll see both teams switch to the 96 since Kraken is so powerful on tower. We already see it with Dude, and we do not see it with Ninja. They feel like that 52 is the correct play. And actually, we see Spore do something extremely unexpected. Switch onto support Splash-O-Matic. Very different from the playstyle that they are used to, and instead relying on the 52 and Slosher to fulfill the quick respawn skirmisher role. Definitely a very different composition and playstyle that we're seeing MatthewFoxEmoji adopt. And I mean, to be fair, they must be feeling confident about them being at match point, so they may just want to try out something new and see if it works. They may be confident in how this will turn out, but once again, we are seeing a very slow neutral between these two teams. This is a constant that we have seen across all these 4 or 5 games, and but eventually, MatthewFoxEmoji is going to come out on top with 2 picks. An Inkjet pushing up very far forward, but they did not see Dude with the 96 gal flank. It is very important that you keep tabs on those players. They can easily disrupt your push, as we just saw. The Slosher did get a pick, evening it out, but MatthewFoxEmoji are still on the back foot. They only have the tri-strike to deal with it, and they keep dying. They keep getting staggered. They can't take team fights as a full team. But just as I say that, to go down inside of Dicka Ben, it is evened out thanks to the Slosher, and Dude gets knocked off the map. Unfortunate due to the extreme knockback given to Kraken on the tower. That is unfortunate to see, but that will lead to MatthewFoxEmoji, taking back mid and starting up a counter push in the wake of Dicka Ben's failure to push it to the second checkpoint.
Yeah, but however, Dicka Ben, even as Dude was thrown off the map because of Noctis, they did secure that checkpoint, and that's going to be important later as Dude has the second Kraken at the ready. Now Noctis playing it a little more tactical and places that bubbler onto the tower. Even if it gets shredded faster, that's still going to help. Buibom coming out as well to help that push, aided through the second checkpoint, and now Dude, not being able to get knocked in the water again on the position he is on the tower, charging up that Kraken in order to defend, and again, they got the second checkpoint. Yes, they do. They got the second checkpoint. They're roaming for the third. Noctis has been splattered by Majin, who is looking at more people with that inkjet. It's only 2 players alive for Dicka Ben, so I think this push has come to an end, looking at how much turf MatthewFoxEmoji has gained in this fight. But a strong push to 21, turning it right around, looking at Dicka Ben now being more collected, other than MatthewFoxEmoji being more scrambled. Hopefully it will change in the next minute. About 2 minutes left in this game for MatthewFoxEmoji, turn it back around, but they have to go through 2 checkpoints and almost start the third, which is a long way. That second checkpoint is a nightmare to push through. That first checkpoint is already very annoying, knowing that there is a Kraken on the field that could pop out anytime with a Booyah Bomb. The area being so constricted, good luck getting out of there. The Booyah Bomb also happens to be online and active. The Dude Speed thrown. I don't know where exactly was thrown. It does be thrown on the tower. It doesn't seem to connect with any players, but it does gonna hold the tower back a little bit. Nobody off MatthewFoxEmoji is on it, and here comes Dude with that Kraken, forcing everyone back to the middle and even further as he doesn't get any splat, but all he wants to do is get some area denial in.
Oh, Dicka Ben did a great job of pushing it this far, and we're seeing MatthewFoxEmoji struggle to come back from this with a little bit over 60 seconds left. This is looking extremely deadly for MatthewFoxEmoji. This may be the start of Dicka Ben's comeback in this set. They have a lead of 21. All they have to do is just play extremely safe and get some picks punished over aggression, which they are doing with a pick on that rapid on that rapid deco. But just as I say that, 2 go down on the side of Dicka Ben, MatthewFoxEmoji start to build up some momentum. They have 2 specials online. But yeah, they have 2 specials online. Tri-Strike and Crab Tank, a very powerful combination if they can set each other up right. The 32 playing very aggressively, but gets punished. This is what you need to be very careful of when you're in the last 20 seconds. You can't play too aggressively. You can't get punished. You need to play perfect Splatoon if you want to push the tower all the way to 20. And honestly, this is looking impossible for MatthewFoxEmoji. 21 points remaining, 4 seconds left. Sure, they take the tower, but a Kraken from Dude is gonna come in, clear it very easily. Just contesting it, gonna push him off, and gets the tower at the last second, giving Dicka Ben another point, putting them back in the game, and setting up for a reverse sweep.
The reverse sweep is exactly what they need, because they're in a high spirit now, and Dude's team, Dicka Ben, played it so perfectly. They were all so coordinated. They had so many good pushes. MatthewFoxEmoji only was able to pick up the scraps whenever Dicka Ben already took. Even if MatthewFoxEmoji has to get a counter pick in, which is not too hot for Dicka Ben, because the first time a counter pick was chosen from MatthewFoxEmoji, Dicka Ben lost it. So going by that logic, MatthewFoxEmoji can win the next game. However, with how close these teams are, I really don't want to make any predictions, because they are going all over the fight, all over the place. They are going all out, showing everything in their power to make this a crazy set. Remember, this is the 3rd place match of RSL, meaning whoever wins this set wins the 3rd place medal and part of the prize pool. The next map mode has been chosen by MatthewFoxEmoji. It will be Splat Zones on Museum del Foncino, a humongous map. Of course, we all know the Splatoon 1 maps are the biggest ones we've had so far, and Museum del Foncino is one of the biggest of that game as well. Splat Zones being huge here. It's a huge single zone with the amount of flank options these teams now have at their disposal. I cannot make a prediction, but MatthewFoxEmoji, I think, has a little bit of a stronger weapon comp than Dicka Ben because it's just that bit faster.
No, for sure. And I honestly, yes, even though that composition difference is definitely an important factor, I think these two teams are geared up for something very close, and we are seeing some slight composition changes. Wasabo going back to the machine, while MatthewFoxEmoji switched onto the Tri-Slasher and the Rapid Pro deco. But it's an easy first pick for Dicka Ben, picking up Spore, picking up 3 actually, hunting down the final splash, getting them the delayed wipe on the side of MatthewFoxEmoji, setting up Dicka Ben for an early pick, for an early push. Dude sees Spore on the bottom left, easy pick with the whale and some help from his teammates. And this is now an extremely quick advantage for Dicka Ben. Very, very fast, very, very early, which will be very beneficial for them as the game goes on. MatthewFoxEmoji are trying to move through their own plat as Dicka Ben had their blaster player set up on top of their with a big bubbler, and as they drop, they are being punished. Noctis gets the splash-o-matic, but just like that, there's 3 down on the side of Dicka Ben. It is only Noctis alive, and it is going to be a flip, a switch, and a difference in advantage state for MatthewFoxEmoji as they start moving up to Dicka Ben's flat and setting up a lockout for them to get some points on the board, and that is a triple kill from Spore, just absolutely cleaving the way for his team. And just look how much presence Spore had on Dicka Ben's platform. They cannot move him. Look at that. He's going out the top right. Maybe through the grates, but at least just stalling. That is what Rush does best. Taking up attention, taking up time, taking up resources. And even though he died, look how much time he spent. This is going into knockout territory as MatthewFoxEmoji approach the 5 points remaining mark. 2 down on both sides, 3 down, and that is going to be a last-minute flip for Dicka Ben, putting them back in the game, but not without Spore trying to salvage this.
Yeah, they did their best. They almost got the knockout here, but Dicka Ben just being able to pick up enough scraps to get it back. But like I said, Spore with the brush being such an MVP right here, wasting so much time. MatthewFoxEmoji again in control of that zone. Wasabo using their Booyah Bomb to get some grounding. Let's connect with any players, but it's enough to capture the zone and lock out the right side of the map. They notice that someone is at the far right, and it happens to be that little brush from Spore. Oh, Spore, so annoying. Wasabo now looking at Majin, looking at Ayato with that Tri-Structure, now using their Inkjet to be more annoying, get even more paint on the map, and the machine Wasabo just cannot reach all those little markers there as well. Forcing with a very unfortunate position where he got splattered by 3 different people. That's not what you want. 2 players down on this scenario. They finally start pushing some points again, but how long are they going to hold the zone for? Because of the amount of paint MatthewFoxEmoji is throwing at them, they seem to be losing it as they do right here. Only were able to push it to 35, but now it's a stalling game for MatthewFoxEmoji because they are hungry for the knockout, because this knockout means that they have earned that 3rd place in RSL. Spore again on the plat of Dicka Ben, going everywhere, looking at that crab tank, sitting on the wall, waiting for it to over, goes behind the crab tank, getting at him. Yes, they can. Oh, yes, they will. Huge flank. MatthewFoxEmoji still in control, looking at another player, getting at him. Yes, they can. Wasabo's also down. Getaway comes out from Spore. He is everywhere. Only 10 seconds left at the penalty in order to start pushing again. He is still in, wasting everyone's time and attention. They're rushing to the zone. They're going to ignore him, but what are you going to do about that? 4 people fighting him. The knockout is commenced, and MatthewFoxEmoji takes the 6th game to win 3rd place at RSL. Give them a huge round of applause because they were fighting. Dicka Ben couldn't keep it up. Spore absolutely putting in the work. But man, oh man, that could have been so close. But man, oh man, Dicka Ben also threw a huge fight at them.
No, for sure. MatthewFoxEmoji must be so happy to to scrap out third place here in Rising Squid Land. Dicka Ben is going to be our fourth place team, but the best is yet to come, folks. We are going to be coming back right after a short break with your grand finals match between Some Deaths and Lecker. So this is going to be the best match of the evening. So stay tuned. You do not want to miss this one, folks.